Hello, everyone who's joining us on Zoom and watching on YouTube. My name is Mary Kay Jolly, and today is Wednesday, November 4th. And we are all breathing and relaxing, and we're going to paint this painting, and it's called Leaf Prints. So this is a painting that I did last night and this morning using leaf prints. And it shows the leaves show up. This is a little positive part that I painted right here on the leaf, and this part right here. And then the rest is negative painting. So the difference between positive and negative painting is that positive painting is when you're painting the thing that you're, the main object. And negative painting is when you paint around the object. The paper that you need to do these paintings needs to be prepared. It's with gesso. And gesso is basically just acrylic white paint. So if you don't have any gesso, you can just use probably just use house paint. Probably would work. Paint a board. I mean, it's worth trying. These are leaves that I got yesterday off of the tree down the street. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break off the stems because I find that they leave a very strong line. And I usually like to have 3. 2 is kind of is an even number, so it's not as good as 3. But since this is part of the demonstration and I don't have I don't have smaller leaves. I usually like to have a big, a medium, and a small, and then they all fit on, and it's very nice. But I'm just going to go with these guys today. So the first step is just to give your paper a little water. Let me show you what's on the back of this. So this is an old piece of paper with a coat of gesso on this side. So I'm just wetting a little bit. I think I had some pink in my brush. There, just give it a little coat of water. Now I have to pick 3 colors, and I'm going to go with yellow, and my yellow is Hansa Yellow Medium or Bumblebee. And I want to put it on very thick. So I squished out a big old double pea size.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
So you can see I'm putting this paint on. It's really pretty thick and kind of random. And I think I am going to just go with Permanent Rose. Is my second color. Cleaning my brush because I'm trying to keep the color pure when I first touch the paper. And then it can blend. Okay, so I'm adding Permanent Rose Now I'm going to add Antwerp. Just because I just can't stay away. I don't want to stay away from Antwerp for very long. So I'm letting these mix on the paper. I'm not making puddles of mixtures. I'm trying to put the Antwerp around the edges so my sides of it will be a little darker. Okay, I think that's probably enough paint. The yellow's already starting to dry just a little bit, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to take my squirt bottle. Here it is. I have an old Windex bottle. It has a piece of Velcro on it so that I can stick it to a spot in my art box. So I'm getting that nice and damp. Gonna tilt it. Now I'm going to take these two leaves. I have to make a big decision right now if I'm going to put these with the stems, with the veins down, or with the veins up. With the veins down, you'll get more of the veins to show up, and with the veins up, you'll get more of the leaf patterns to show up. So I'm going to go for that way today. Set it on there. This one, same. Trying to get it to go on there. I can have pieces of it off the paper. I don't like them to overlap. When they overlap, it's hard to figure out where they all kind of go. And I'm pressing the leaves with my fingers so I can see where the paint's going underneath. I like having some bright yellow areas on this. I can see that the mixtures are sort of spreading out underneath. So that's a pretty good start there, pressing those down. Then I need to take a piece of either wax paper that's been balled up and smoothed out, or a piece of saran wrap. I'm going to pick saran wrap this time. And now when I put that on, I can smooth out the wrinkles, because you're going to see these wrinkles when you pull it off tomorrow. You can kind of manipulate it right now. Oh, it looks like a tie-dye or an Easter egg. That's pretty right in there. Looks like some of our sunsets. Okay, and then I take a piece of newspaper, put it on the top like that, and then I take another board. This one's a little bigger than that one, but you get the idea. And I need to put this under something really heavy. Sometimes I put it under a table or a bunch of books. When I did it with the kids in the classes, I'd stick about 10 on top of each other and then put as many like encyclopedias as I could find. So this needs to be pressed very, very hard. And overnight's easiest. So now, for pretend that this I pressed overnight. What I did was I put this outside and it dried pretty fast. So I pulled off the paper and the saran wrap, and it's only one leaf. And I'm gonna pull it off and see what happens. Okay, so if it's not pressed overnight, the paint doesn't really dry and go into the leaves. Oh, it kind of looks like a butterfly, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
These three colors that I used on this were Hands of Yellow Medium or Bumblebee, so my yellow. And I used Permanent Crimson. I have about 10 tubes of this paint I don't use much anymore. Permanent Alizarin Crimson. And then Manganese Blue Hue. So that has some possibilities. So I'm gonna just set this one aside for now and see what I got from this one last night. This one, I don't know what it looks like. This is a quarter sheet. That board, newspaper. This one I used wax paper on it. And I have 5 leaves. I'm not sure which way it looks the best. This one I left the stem on it. Let's see what happens. Well,
Very pretty.
it's pretty, but I kind of lost it out here, and this I didn't press hard enough. It didn't have a good bubble right there. Let's see how this one did. This one's starting to rip. Look at that worm. Oops. That's kind of a funny shape right there.
Hmm.
The leaf really stuck here to that one. Okay. And let's see what this little one does. That's my favorite so far because it can see the most of the pattern. So that's got some cheerful spots in it. So once the leaf comes off, you have to just look at it for a little while and then decide what leaves you're going to start emphasizing, either using positive or negative. And I'm just going to start with this one up here because well, now it's on the bottom. A lot of times, so I'm going to work on around this leaf here. I like how it turned out. You can see the little cells and the stems or the veins pretty well. So I want to emphasize the outside of this. So I take my my 10. A lot of times you can just use the paint that's on the painting with a little water and kind of go around the edge of it. So it starts to loosen that and looks like just makes that little leaf pop up. But it's better if it's really dark right next to it. So I'm gonna try to get that nice and dark. I used burnt sienna. One of the colors on this one was burnt sienna. So I'm gonna make dark green with burnt sienna and Antwerp. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to go into this and try to get it nice and dark right next to that leaf. My leaf has a little hole right there, I think. Just that one. And I want to go in right in here and just show you how this leaf part will just pop out, going in with that nice dark. And then I just kind of just keep working it till it's kind of makes it to the edge, or a lot of times you can really just add water and get this to kind of, I have to be careful because I think I'm running into another leaf right here, but it's sort of been broken up. So I'm not sure where the leaf is. I have to think about it for a minute, but I don't want any harsh edges. So I want to just add a little water out here, soften that, that out there. This one comes around this. I don't need to go around every single part of every single leaf. I can just do a couple spots and I'll pull it out. So you can see how painting negative around that part of that leaf made that one part of the leaf just pop out. So that's what you have to do. You have to just look at your painting and figure out where you want it to pop out. Just pick one spot and do it. And then you look at it again and decide, well, what should I do now? And on this one, it's not that easy because it didn't print very well. I didn't press hard enough. I'm going to flip it over and come work around this stem and see what I can do right in here. Because this looks like this is part of the leaf. So I'm going to try and paint a little positive, show you how that goes. So here's my stem, and pretty sure this is all part of the leaf in here. So I'll just paint that in. And I think it goes clear out to here. So I'll just help that along a little bit with some positive. So that's what I mean by painting positive, as I painted the thing. I can go darker with that. But it's not gonna have those nice like leaf cells in it. Okay, so I like those two new spots, that one and that one. And then over here, wonder what leaf that was. It was the one with the stem. It was this one. Is it this one? No. Nope, it wasn't that one. I'm trying to find which one it was now so that I can put it on top. And is it that one? No. Wasn't that one either. I don't know which one it was now. Oh, it was this one. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it was. No. I don't know. I wish I would have kept track of that. So you guys, this is kind of interesting. There's sort of that little yellow blob in there. I think I'm going to leave that alone and see what I can do out here to make that little yellow blob become something. See what happens if I just kind of go like that, make that attached to this leaf here. And out here. So that's positive painting that I did in there. And then out here, I can see the very tip out there. So I think I'll go to a different color. I'll go to, I don't know how I got that. Burnt sienna. Looks like I don't know what I did. Just mix them all together and get something. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to try and do a positive out here on the tip of this one. And then I can just sort of use water to kind of go around it a little bit. This looks like the tip of the leaf here. It's hard to tell. This is not a very good demonstration painting. Here, I think it goes here. You know, I kind of like it not, it kind of is kind of fun to look at, not really knowing exactly what everything is. It's because I'm kind of liking this half of the painting. That bright yellow spot, and it almost looks like bat wings or something. And I like how this part turned out. I don't think I want to play with that because I like the shape of that. So I want to leave this half of the painting, I think, is pretty almost done. Do you want me to keep going, or do you get the idea?
I get the idea, but the leaf that's at the bottom, the yellow leaf that's at the bottom on the, right now it's on our left. Look, if you move your painting up, it seemed like that one turned out really, like you can see that outline really well.
So on this one, I would paint negative and go really dark next to it. This is the one you're talking about right in here?
Uh-huh. And you don't have to do it. You know, I just had noticed that that one was real defined.
So this, I mean, this is a good spot to show you how painting this really dark right in here will make that yellow leaf pop out. So if I go with my dark colors, right in there, it makes it pop out. I have to be careful. This one's really close to this other leaf, so I get the dark color and I stop when I get to the other leaf. And there's the other leaf there too. Like that. And then that pops that part out.
Looks good.
Okay, I think that's enough for YouTube. So I will say goodbye to YouTube and hope that anybody who paints from YouTube will show me a picture of the painting they end up with. So thank you.
Oh, that turned out good.
Mm-hmm.
So this is outlined in ink. I didn't use paint, I used ink to find my leaves.
It's really pretty.
Pretty.
And then today I tried to do it in a wreath pattern. So now I'm just doing the outside,
Yeah.
darkening, and then in the leaves I'll probably do positive to separate the leaves out, because they're all overlapping in a in a wreath form.
Yeah,
Pretty.
So.
nice how that's going.
And also, I took a picture before I took the leaves off. You know, this is my picture of my leaves on.
Mm-hmm.
So that now I know where the leaves are on my painting, so I could figure out where they.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Where
Yeah,
they were at.
not like I was doing. Is it this one? Is it that one?
Good.
Do you have one, Dee?
I can go get it. It's going to be my granddaughter's birthday card. Hang on.
Did you, is that on gesso?
No,
Just,
just watercolor.
yeah, show it again. So did you just put colors down and then work from there? Did you draw it first? How did you do it?
Yeah, it was, I drew it first and then it was all wet on wet. I just wet the whole thing and then just added, you know, color here and there.
Very cute.
And then you did negative around the trunk and then you did the positive
Yeah.
bumps on the trunk and then you put in the positive eyes
Exactly.
and painted the ear a little bit more positive, the purple ear and his toenails.
And his toenails.
So cute. And then you splattered.
Yeah, I splattered him.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, thanks. That was fun.
Okay, you guys. So I will put this on YouTube. You don't need to see it. You don't need to look at it. And take a picture of that one. And look forward to seeing your work when you put it on the email.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary
Thank
Kay.
you, Mary Kay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.